White and junior guard Marcus Sasser. Chris, go ahead.
Coach, Jamal doesn't shoot a ton of threes, but hits those last two in the last, three minutes. Is he sort of growing to the point where he sort of understands, the game and when he needs to do what? Can you see that?
Well, I think I was most impressed with him having the courage to take it. On the night where we didn't play very well, but Oklahoma State had a lot to do with that too. There's a lot of coaches will bemoan the fact their team didn't play well, but they failed to give the other team credit. Oklahoma State's quickness and athleticism bothered us tonight. And then we couldn't get out of our own way. Big Josh had, I don't have a stat sheet, I usually do, but for some reason I don't. Between he and Faye, they go 2 for 9 from the free throw line. The problem with that is they were getting the offensive rebound, going up strong, getting fouled, and then they go to the line and we have nothing to show for it. We had so many empty possessions where we just didn't make the play, whether it was make the free throw or finish the offensive rebound. Last Saturday night, J1 had 4 for 4. Now, he was 1 for 6 from the free throw line, but at least he made 4 baskets. But give Josh credit for getting 8 offensive rebounds. Give Fabian and they go 2 for 9 from the free throw line, but probably more importantly, they get 21 rebounds, and that's who we are. Our culture travels. I wish we never missed a free throw. Just because you practice free throws doesn't mean you're going to make them. And if you don't practice them, doesn't mean you're going to miss them. The best free throw shooting teams I've ever had is when the best free throw shooters shoot all the free throws. It's pretty simple, isn't it? Teams that struggle to learn is when your poorest free throw shooters are shooting most of the free throws. I remember there was a stretch when I was coaching the Rockets where it seems like, I think Dwight was hurt. James Harden was like 12 for 13, 15 for 16 every night. When you look up, we're the best free throw shooting team in the league. Well, it wasn't us, it was James. And then all of a sudden, James goes down and Dwight shoots all the free throws. Well, we're a bad free throw shooting team. No, we're not. Dwight's a bad free throw shooter. So, J1 is not a good free throw shooter. Josh is not a good free throw shooter. That doesn't mean they don't try, that they don't work at it. Now, Fabian is a good free throw shooter. Fabian is good enough to be at 80%. Marcus is good enough to be 80% free throw shooter, because both of them have that ability. But Marcus goes 3 for 5, Fabian 1 for 3. But we're winning. It's easy to say, well, if we don't improve our free throw, it's going to bite us. Of course it is. You're telling me the water's wet and I'm over here drowning. Of course. But, we do work on it, and we will continue to work on it. But when you get to the free throw line, sometimes it doesn't come down to how much you've practiced. Is do you believe you'll make it? And we just got to keep working at it. That's all I can say. We've lost 2 games this year where we'd like to have won them, but we learned something each time. But I was super impressed by Oklahoma State's athleticism. But nobody's turned us over like that. We're one of the best turnover to assist ratio teams in the country. We usually average around 9-10 turnovers a game. And I think tonight, our starting guards, Marcus and Jamal, had 8 turnovers. But Marcus hasn't practiced and done anything since last Saturday. He hasn't practiced. He did some stuff last night for the first time. We're missing this, we're kind of all over the place right now. We're a team that needs to practice together, and we've made our living off that. And we've got 2 guys not even here tonight, and then But you know who I was pleased with tonight was Ramon Walker. I don't even know if he scored, did he? 3 for 4 from the line. Didn't even attempt a shot. But his conviction on getting on the floor after loose balls was the best we had on our team. We had some guys get on the floor, but there wasn't a conviction. There was not a commitment like him. His toughness. He was our best culture guy tonight. But Josh and Fabian's rebounding, and then Jamal having the courage to step up and make those shots. We had those same looks last Saturday night. We didn't make them. Tonight we did, and sometimes that's what it takes to win.
Marcus, how did you feel and going into the game? And you took more shots in the second half. Was it just how the game sort of broke down, or were you feeling more comfortable?
Yeah, that was just the flow of the game. I did a good job. I feel like getting the ball inside. In second half, we had a lot more open shots because our big man was making the right decision, kicking the ball out. So I feel like, second half just more open shots than the first.
And physically?
Probably 50-50.
Marcus, what happened on the play where you had to come out with the injury?
It was like a top with a loose ball, and I tried to take another dribble, and I hit my toe on his shoe, and it just really aggravated it.
Fabian, you and Josh, 2 games in a row, I think, both close to double-digit rebounds. I mean, you guys sort of taking it upon yourself, especially with the team a little short-handed.
We just a rebounding program is what comes with it. But yeah, we had to step up a little bit more since Tajay was out and T Mark out, and we just been a little short-handed. But we just a rebounding program in general, so it just is how we play.
And Coach, having Fabian as that second or third scorer, especially when Tremont's out and other guys aren't here. I mean, how important is that?
Critical. I probably ran. When we ran stuff for Fabe tonight, something good happened. He had 2 assists, 1 turnover. But 15 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 3 steals. He was our best player tonight, no question. He was our best player. Now Jamal stepped up and made tough shots. This wasn't one of Jamal's better games. And again, Oklahoma State's quickness and athleticism sped him up a little bit, and he'll learn from that. And Marcus just got to get healthy. When he's been healthy, he's one of the best guards in the country, no question.
Marcus, how have you seen Jamal sort of grow and to the point where he's comfortable taking those shots and he's the one who's open?
Just him working every day. I see him every day after practice, during practice. The coaching staff that we have, the guard coaches, Coach Quaney, they work for countless hours. So, now it's paying off in the game. There's no surprise to me because he puts in the work.
And does it mean anything for you to, be playing here close to home?
It's always fun to come back and play in the hometown.
Anything else?
Okay, I got one more.
Go
Coach, Josh, is this sort of what you expected from him, rebounding wise? When he came in, Kellen was telling me, earlier that that's sort of what you guys saw, that he could be a real force rebounding.
Yeah, he has good hands, and he's got a wide body, and it's hard to come around him. He was getting fouled a lot, and a lot of those have to be and ones. He wasn't finishing, and then he wasn't making the free throw, and for a long time that's why the game stayed close. They were second chance points. They had 19, we had 10. Last Saturday night we had 23. It's because but this was a better rebounding team probably. Boone, number 22, Caleb Boone, is a man. You know, he's an elite rebounder. But you know, in their conference, you know, what they lack in size, they make up with in quickness and athleticism. You know, that's a good team. There are going to be a lot of teams in Stillwater. It's a great program. Mike Boynton is a outstanding coach. He's got an outstanding staff. I've always enjoyed coaching against the Cowboys over the years, and they've got another really good team this year.